All right, what's up, guys? So we're back with the next, what is this, match 5 or something? But this time we have Kai versus Giovanna. I think this is the first time we've seen Giovanna. Is it? I believe it's the first time we're seeing her in action, and unfortunately, kind of disappointing. The player drops, you'll see, drops a lot of combos, and even after watching it with the stream, I still don't have a really good feel about the character. We'll see what's up next week, but anyway, let's get right into it. Kai just beating everybody up in these trials here. But let us see. So, as a dog, before we get started, you know, I saw some people on Twitter, they're talking about Giovanna, like, oh man, she doesn't do anything with the dog, she just punches you. It's like, yeah, we knew that, right? The devs already described her as like a easy to play character, beginner friendly. You're gonna see her meter gimmick here. She gets buffed when she has more meter. So when she gets 50 meter, you'll see. The dog changes color. When she gets 100 meter, she changes color. And apparently that just increases her damage. There's a lot of counters in it. Yeah, a lot of counters in this match, by the way. Little loops. Stun edge to break the wall and get the meter gain here. Positive. Counter. Alright, so throw. Now, Giovanna's got 50 meter. So, my little sub count is in the way. I'm sorry. If you guys sub more, maybe I'll take it off. But, look. So, she has 50 meter now. You're going to see a little effect around her. Right there. That blue little spark. And now the dog actually changes. Look, the dog changes its... Now the dog is kind of soft, you know. He's kind of fluffy. No electricity. Now he's spiky. Look, he's feisty. He hit Super Saiyan level 2. The fur spikes up, changes color. So that I think that just means she's a damage increase now. Just a flat damage increase. And then at 100 meter, it happens again. So that they did this... Because they said for beginners, they don't want beginners to have to worry about meter or anything. Even if you're just playing and mashing buttons, you're going to get stronger. Of course, that's not going to work at high level. You need to make use of all the RCs and everything in this game. But it's nice to have that little damage bonus while it is. Now, this is her dust. You're going to see it a lot more throughout the set, but we don't know what Giovanna does. It looks like, you know, she's a close range fighter, but it's not scary at the moment. We're going to need to see more, but it looks like the only really option she has to open you up is her dust. And dust only launches on counter hit or if your risk gauge is high enough. So look, Kai gets hit by this dust. Like Mix, he eats the dust, but the risk gauge wasn't high enough, so it's like, all right, that's it. You see that little bit of red life? That's all he took. He's like, all right, whatever, man. Can we go back to neutral now? DP, get off me. That's a... All right, I got to talk about that. After this round's over, we'll talk about that. That was a crazy mix-up. That's a new mix-up. That might be your overhead, but that shit is plus, but easy to block. Dust again, right? 100 meter. Look at it. Look at her. This is what I was talking about. I don't like it. What happened? I thought she was the babe from Brazil, and now she's an alien? She's from space? This is 100 meter Giovanna. She gets possessed by the dog, and she turns green. But she's going to lose it. You know, RC, she goes down to 50. Anti-air, 2H. Yeah. So, of course, Kai, you're not Kai without a god like 2H anti-air. But let's go back to his mix-up here. Get off. Boop. All right, right there. So, this is, I forget what they called it. They named all these new, they named the new RCs, all these different things. But this is like one of the RCs where you change your movement. What Kai is doing, he runs at her and he jumps over. So if you're a fighting game player, you instinctively know he's going to jump over you. So you automatically switch your block because you're going to get crossed up. So you turn around. But he uses the new RC that's really fast and allows him to change his movement and just kind of, it's almost like an air dash. So he uses it to air dash down and stay in front. And Giovanna got hit. I got hit. Without a doubt, I got hit. You guys all got hit too, so don't even try and say you didn't. Watch it again. Ready? See? Changes the trajectory, stays in front, comes down. Whoop! So that's a mix-up, right? That's not a character-specific mix-up. That's an engine. That's a game engine mix-up. When people get better with these RCs and stuff, you're going to see a lot of just kind of like universal mix-ups like that. Like anybody can do that. You know, anybody who's got 50 meter can use it to control their movement and do the left right. So next round here. So I didn't see the punish. I don't know why. I thought that was a punish. We saw Nagoriyuki punish that same thing. But look, she IBs. IB. No punish counter? I don't know, but I thought that was a punish. Counter. Plus, not your turn. Just frame IB again. We saw that the IBs got buffed here. Another counter. There's mad counters in this game. Run up, yeah. So this just looks rough for Giovanna right now. You know, she's a close range fighter against Kai. He's very, very strong. He's got good poking game, good projectiles. Even up close, got a DP. It looks like a struggle for her. We'll see. Dust again, right? So that's like the third or fourth dust in this set. Hasn't actually got anything off of it yet. Even though he got hit, the risk gauge is too low, so there's no real trade-off. There's no real punish or anything. Mix. Drop the combo. Very, very unfortunate, you know. Let's show that again. We saw this in her character trailer. She does have a nice cross-up right there. Like, that's not really a Guilty Gear. You know, I wouldn't say Guilty Gear is a crazy cross-up game. There are cross-ups, of course, but it's not as much of like Street Fighter or something. But she still has this kind of, this jumping, really long cross-up right there. And then she does the flip to bring you back in front. RC, unfortunately, dropped the combo, though. I don't think Giovanna lands one combo in this game outside of the dust. That's the dead angle. So even though it looks like a burst or an RC, this is the new, they removed dead angles. So this is like the 50-meter get off me move. And I said this shit looked mad strong. This looked, when they explained it, it looked really strong, but I don't see players using it a lot. Look, because he's plus after this, right? Yeah, it looks like, you know, 50-meter, get off me, and now I'm plus. Like, that's buff. Then he tried to move when it wasn't his turn. You know, don't forget that little clock means you're slowed down. If you're in the bubble, that means, you know, you're in the zone. Giovanna's in control, so Kai, it's not your turn. He tried flinching, ate a boot. And now final round. This is where we see the cheap stuff. We see some cool stuff too. So that's a 2H. Drop the combo again, but if you notice the whole set, she's been going for that little cartwheel, that 2H. That might be a strong move you want to try out when the game comes out. Get off. ID again, and again, Giovanna doesn't look like she has any reversal options that we've seen. She's just struggling, holding here. But we get to see a nice air combo, I think. Dust. That time it launched. Was it counter hit? Yeah, his risk is 0, so I guess it's counter hit, even though there's no counter hit symbol. Bop, 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 bop. I love this. I love that. I'm so glad they brought that back. I'm so glad they brought back that exit style. Look at the ground. Look at the way the ground spikes, even though my camera might be in the way. I love that. That animation's sick. I mean, it has to be counted. It has to be something. You know, he gets hit by dust all throughout the set. That time his risk was 0. He got hit by dust. That wasn't the charge one, right? Oh, was that the charge one? Maybe that was. Maybe that's a charge one. It still looked very fast, though. I thought the dusts were universal. That was fast. I got hit. Maybe it's the same frame data, but it's not as obvious. Yeah, so that's a charge one. You know, Zato went for a charge one. It was mad slow. Even I blocked. Now, this is when the cheap stuff happens. This is bullshit. So we saw this. We saw this in the other video, Dragon Install, and we're like, man, what does that do? You know, how does his work? Because it's completely different from Soul's. So what we figured out is all of his specials get buffed. They all do more hits. That allows him for better confirms, better combos, but also cranks up the risk gauge like crazy. So every single one of his specials, even his non-specials like 6H, like command normals. Dragon Install. Jump D, ready. So look, Fireball, that's 2 hits. Normally it's 1 hit, now it's 2. RC, knockdown. He says, get off me. 1, 2, 3 instead of 1. And then he gets a combo after that? He gets a meterless combo. Even spent 50. He gets a meterless combo after his DP now. That's pretty cheap. I don't know if that's Dragon Install specific, but that's scary, huh? Now, again, 1, 2. Right, 2 hits off that Eclair move or whatever it's called. 2 hits on the Fireball. Look at her risk gauge. Look at the purple bar. That's a risk gauge, right? So when that's high, you take more damage and counter hits. 6H, 3 hits. 2 hits. Risk gauge is at 100. And then dust to kill you. If you didn't die off that one move, you're about to get... That was going to be a wall splat combo. Dragon Install seems very, very cheap. But this game just in general, the meter is very important. You know, all of the RCs are very, very strong. The slashback that we saw, you know, the yellow one, the counter, slash back, get off me is very strong. We saw Soul Soup in the other video do just a ton of damage, very strong. So Dragon Assault is bullshit, but it's fitting along the, it's following the book of meter in this game seems very, very, very strong. I'd still rather fight that than fight Axel's time stop stuff. But the only thing is Dragon Install is the only downside, because it doesn't look like it runs out. But the only downside is you can only do it at low health. So I guess you're playing Kai and you're at low health and you got meter to burn, just activate whenever you want. But yeah, there you go. Giovanna still need, we'll see during the beta when you get training mode and everything. We'll see what's up with her. But it looks like a struggle so far. She looks like she's struggling. A rushdown character that doesn't seem to have any really crazy cheap mix-ups yet. And it looks like she struggles in neutral against Kai, The longer sword normals, the projectiles. We'll see. But like always, let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what you're looking forward to. And I'll see you in the beta next week, a couple days from now. Anyway, peace.